Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time here, you are highly welcome. It's your girl Joy Joy. If it's your first time seeing my face, my name is Joy Joy. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 things you should not do as a man in 2025. Guys, this is 2025. Yeah, the last time I checked, I have some men watching me. I have quite a number of men that watch me, so I just feel like coming out here to say this thing. This is 2025. So in this 2025, I'm going to tell you 5 things you should stop doing as a man. So if a woman watching this video, I would like you to send it to your husband. Like, in 2025, stop sending your bola. This is number one thing. There's still other things, though. In no particular order, as I said, I'll just be saying it as I'm going. This video is not scripted, so I'm saying everything according to, stories that I've heard, experience. Stop sending your bola to women in 2025. In 2025, stop sending your bola to women. The same thing applies to women. You know what I mean? So you chat a girl, how are you, how this, because you feel like you have the reasonable size, like in buribu. You just, the next thing you're thinking is to send it to a woman, so that is it to convince the woman to love you, or is it to convince the woman to give you the auto in time? I don't understand. If you don't understand Igbo, because always some things in Igbo. So I don't see the reason why you just sit down and all you just think is to sit down, take off your clothes and do checkem. You're sending your bola to a woman. My brother, if you do that, stop doing it in 2025. The reason why I say you should stop doing it is that nobody needs to see that. That's your privacy. That's what they say is your privacy. You don't need to send it to anybody, because let me tell you, anytime you send your bola to a woman, there's every chances that that woman will show you to her best friend, show you to anybody that she's close to. If I'm telling you that today is Sunday and after church, the next thing I saw was somebody's bola that a man sent to a woman. That's what I'm saying. In 2025, do not send your bola to any woman. The same thing applies to women sending their own this thing to men. Don't do that, because the person is going to end up showing it to their friend. And the worst is that you put your face. My God, don't do that. This is 2025. There are some things you should not do. Grow up. Me, I believe that any man that will sit down and take his picture of his bola and send to a woman, that is not even a man. For God's sake, how are you people dating this kind of man? In fact, all my life, I have to be honest to you, maybe because we're not the Gen Z. No, I've not met a man that will send me that. But these days, or I don't know, stop it. If you do it, stop it. This is 2025. So that's number one. Number two thing you should stop doing as a man is kiss and tell. Stop doing kiss and tell. If you don't understand what I mean, is that you date a woman, you sleep with a woman, and you're telling everybody around that you've slept with this woman. I mean, that's not a man. If you are that kind of man that does that, you're not a man. Okay. If you're a man that when you sleep with a woman, the next thing you do, you start telling everybody around you, I've slept with this woman. Some of you self, now 2 seconds on a beat, you're making noise. Why should you tell people you slept with a woman? This is a woman that intentionally loved you. Even though if she doesn't love you, she must have some feeling for her. Because women, before a woman sleeps with you, she must have a feeling for you. Then that woman go down there with you, and you decide that how you're going to pay her. You start telling everybody that you slept with her. My dear, you are not a man. So if you're a man that kiss and tell, or when you sleep with women, you start telling other people, you're not a man. So this is the second thing. The third one is men that report their wife to their mother. This one I'm talking about is mommy's boy. You know mommy's boy. Oh my God. Any little pakam that happen in the house, you don't call your mother. Any little pakam, mommy's boy. Stop it. 2025, you should not be telling people what is happening in your family. In fact, apart from your mom, as in when you and your wife, or this applies to women too, but I'm just saying men, because we have men who are doing this thing now. Like any little pekem, they'll just call their mom, mommy, this, that. You're a mommy boy. This is 2025. You should stop doing that. Stop reporting your wife to your mom. You are married. The Bible said that when two comes together, they become one. So your wife is not now one with you. So the last thing you should do is that when you have problem with your wife, try and settle with your wife. Try and make peace with your wife. I'm not saying there are some women that are troublemaker. We know that, but that doesn't mean that anytime you have problem in your family, you run to your mother and tell your mother, this is mommy's boys. You understand? Anything, why your mother? Are you married to your mother? Eh? Okay, you're married to your wife. So some of you, apart from your mom, the next person you're running to tell is your friends. All your friends around you. Whenever you have problem with your wife, you run to your friends and you tell your friends all sort of things about your wife. And some of you are so bad that you don't tell your own part of the story, what you've done wrong. All you just do is to tell the bad things your wife have done, and you keep your own. And when they see your wife, they start looking at your wife like, oh, this woman, she's such a bad woman. So stop it. This is 2025. If you have issue with your wife, stop telling your mom, stop telling your wife. Solve your marital issue in your house. Every marriage is not perfect. There's no marriage that is perfect. Everybody is just mending and pushing on, praying that things get better. Nobody is perfect, even you and even me that you're watching now. The fourth one is stop collecting money from your wife. Yes, I'm saying that there are men who they keep dragging benefits with their wife. As in, you are dragging benefits with your wife. Let me tell you, the money they pay for benefit is not for you and it's not for your wife. It's for the children. That money is not for you. Go and work. It's not for you. It's not for the woman. The reason why they give to the woman is because women know what their children need. I'm not saying that men doesn't know, but it's easy for a woman to tell when the child needs this, when the child needs that. Most of the men, they don't stay in the house all the time. I'm not saying some men are there, but some men are not there. They're going to work. So stop dragging benefit money with your wife. Stop it. 2025. Oga, face your salary. Stop dragging it with your wife. Benefit money is not for you. It's for the children. It's not for your wife. It's not for either you. So stop. Because some men, they want their wife to any ego benefits. They should give them their own share. It's not for you. It's not for the woman. It's for the children. So stop dragging it. Okay, stop dragging it. The fifth one is very important for men. The fifth one is very important. If you watch this video to this time, I'll give you this fifth one. When people ask you, what do you do for living? I expect you at this 2025 now, in 2025, you should be giving them two things you do for living. Except you're a man that ain't six figure. Except you're a man that ain't six figure, which is 6,000 pounds a month, you should have at least two things you do. Two things you do. So stop depending on one job. As a man, you should have what they call side hustle. As a man, you should have side hustle. Even if you like, be a doctor. There are doctors that are YouTubers. What I'm doing now, you're watching me, is called side hustle. So as a man in 2025, you should have a side hustle. If you don't have a side hustle, you can learn so many things on YouTube. YouTube is a place where you can come and learn so many things. Yeah, the side hustle. If I know people who are doctors, who are everything, they do YouTube, they do TikTok, they do delivery driving, they work in a factory part-time. So there are things you can do. Have a side hustle, because if a man has a side hustle, I'm talking about men now. So if you're a woman and you want to take this advice, fine. But this is for men. The reason why I said that in 2025 you should not have one job doing is that this is 2025. There is so many things you need money for, because just like what I just said previously, men who are dragging benefit with their wife. Imagine if you have side hustle, you will not be dragging money with your wife. You will not be dragging money with your wife. So please, in 2025, have a side hustle. Not when somebody asks you, who are you? You say, I'm a nurse. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not good to be a nurse, but in 2025, you should have a side hustle. You should have. I know of a nurse who I went to her house the other day, and she sells clothes on eBay, fairly used clothes on eBay, and she makes money from there. So you should have a side hustle. You should have two things you're doing, not one thing, in case. This is a backup in case if something happened. I've seen people that they are nurse, they are doctors, and they sack them from work. And before you know it, they manage with their side hustle till they get another job. I'm not saying they're going to sack you in your job, but what I'm saying is that you should have what they call side hustle. You can invest in shares. So even if you don't want to do physical things, there are other things you can do. Invest in shares, Make sure you have a side hustle. That's what they call a backup plan. So this is the end of the video. This is the 5 things I want you to stop doing in 2025 as a man, so that it's going to help you. You understand? If you take this advice, it's going to help you. So guys, I'm going to end the video now. This is the end of the video. This is the 5 things I feel like you should stop doing as a man in 2025. The number one is that number one I said, stop sharing your bola. Stop it. It's not nice at all. So I'm going to leave you guys. If it's your first time here, you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for, guys? Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in another one. Bye.